Today we're on Big Pine Ranch, track 46. This is the subdivision main road that goes along here. You got about a mile down the pavement, about 2 miles to Highway 12 in western Colorado. We're about 20-25 minutes outside of Trinidad, Colorado, about 3/4 of the way up to the mountains. This tract consists of 35 acres with a small little, really well built, nice little finished off cabin. It has power and water to it. And you have great views from this tract of the Sangre de Cristo mountain range. We're just standing on the entrance here where the subdivision road to the ranch goes by. This little road here takes off to the gas well that's on the property. And there's a real good build site up above here where you're going to get excellent views if you wanted to build another structure, or you could build a place down here as well. Most of the land will drop off down here, down the bottom to Wet Canyon Road, the main canyon, headed up off of Highway 12 from Weston, Colorado. So we're going to take a look at the cabin here first and get a few pictures and walk around the land a bit. Okay, I've walked up on the hill just behind the little cabin. You can see the power that comes down and attaches to it, and you can see the back here, and you can see the Sangre de Cristos, the mountain range to the west. You've got great views over. And that's the West Spanish Peak right back over there. So it's got a metal roof to it. It's in real good shape. I need a little bit of staining on the outside, but overall it's ready to move in and use. A nice little deck here. Spanish Peak, and there's a truck. So we're gonna go inside here. Okay, when you first come in the little cabin, you got a nice little mud room here. You've got electric baseboard heating throughout it. It's built like a regular house and finished off very nice. So you've got a little mud room with an extra set of doors here, keep the cold out when you're coming in and out during the winter time. So it's basically your main room, with one bedroom and a small kitchen and a full bath in here. There's the one little bedroom, and there's the mud room going out. So these windows would face out towards where my truck's sitting where we drove in, and these face the Sangre de Cristos where you can see the mountains from inside here. And then you've got this door goes out to the back where we just were on the top of the hill. It's got a little sink here and electric stove and microwave and coffee pot there. And you've got your full bath with the window facing out back this way. Again, there's a little bedroom. Okay, there's the view. Basically to the south, due south about this direction here, so you have good southern facing exposure on this property. You're going to get the snow during the winter, but with the 50-degree average year-round temperatures, it melts quickly. So you can see the Sangre de Cristos there to the west again. The Spanish Peak, western Spanish Peak over there. We're going to drive up to the point that's above the well there, which would be a good spot for another camp spot on the land to even get better views than what you have here. And then we'll go down to the bottom on main along Wet Canyon Road and film down along there. Okay, what I've done is just come off the main road. The cabin sits about right here on the property, and I'm right here on this little flat mesa point on this end of the property. Up above the canyon valley, you got bigger views of the Sangre de Cristo range from here. So a good place for another campsite or whatever you want to do here. And then this drops off down in the Wet Canyon Valley this direction. And then you're going, this is looking back south, and the cabin's back over this way. And I'm not too far off the road, probably about 40 yards from the road here in the trees. And okay, we're coming back down the main road that borders on the eastern side of the property, and I think you can see the cabin right down there. in the road down there, right at the end, and there's the Sangres to the west, and that's the property down below us here, and it drops down the canyon below. We're going to drive out of the ranch here and go along the bottom portion of the property. Still driving down the bottom. I guess it's probably about a mile and a quarter to the main Wet Canyon Road that heads down to Highway 12 down here. And then you're right at pavement once you get down the bottom here. Okay, we get down here. This is Wet Canyon Road, the main valley. You take a left and go to Weston and Highway 12, or the mountains, the national forest, the lakes. They're about 10 to 15 minutes max, depending on how big a hurry you are to get up there and go fishing and hiking and stuff. So we're going to take a right here and going to see some of the bottom portion of this property and looking up. We're on the main Wet Canyon Road on the bottom part of the property. The cabin sits about on top of this little point right here, and then you can see the edge of that's the edge of the gas well on the property right there. And the property line goes along the bottom Wet Canyon here on this side of the road, all the way to this point where it comes out right here, and that would be the far northwestern corner of the property down here on the bottom. So the land in Big Pine Ranch with the cabin, it's up on top of the ridge up there where you get the good views. And this is Wet Canyon Road. Got good year-round access to this property. With southern exposure and 50-degree winter temperatures, you're going to have easy access getting to your property in and out in the winter or during the summer or anytime.